The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Studios, Wichita's home for EPKs, live recording, podcasts, really any audio-visual stuff that you might need.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs, 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store. They grow their own fields out in Colorado. They make a lot of their own products. Stop by, see Nikki, tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
Get with JEllis Kitchen. They are turning Mondays into Taco Tuesdays over there at the Shamrock Pop-Up. We love everything that JEllis is doing.
It's like a Taco Tuesday pregame.
They got fried tacos that they do all the time.
With this really good, like, pineapple salsa.
Pineapple.
It's pretty fire. Like,
yeah, dude, it's fire. Make sure you get out to Diaper Jam 2024 this year. We moved locations. We're not at Champs this year. We're moving over to Bourbon Street. We're going to have a great time. We're on 420 this year. So come out. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. We're going to have tons of bands. There'll be plenty of people announced coming up. Make sure that you come out to Diaper Jam. All you need to bring is a package of diapers, from the tiniest ones to adult diapers. It doesn't matter. Bring a package of diapers. It gets you in the door for all day's worth of fun.
The whole thing benefits Wichita Children's Home, so dig deep. Aaron and Austin Show will be out there advertising and promoting and talking to everybody, so come say hi.
Yeah, we're going to be live on location all day long podcasting while the concerts are going on, while the fun's going on, while the vendors are out there, so make sure you get out and support it all.
The Aaron and Austin Show wants to give a huge shout out to Eddie at Wichita by EB. Go check out his podcast, The Editorial. Check out all the stuff he's doing for food trucks. He releases a list of where the food trucks are going to be. He releases a list of where the bands are going to be playing. Just an amazing dude. Go support him. Find Wichita by EB. Support him however you can. Damn Jam 2024, the biggest lake party in Kansas. We have Brantley Gilbert, Stone Temple Pilots, Demon Jones, Wheeler Walker Jr., Upchurch, and Joe D. Messina. So it's going to be a killer lineup. More to come. A bunch of locals popping up on that. There's a whole beach party stage. We haven't announced it act all.
Yeah, and then we've got just so much going on at that show. Make sure that you're going to be out there. It's July 19th and 20th this year out at Lake Afton. Get your tickets as early as you can. There's going to be more announcements, more people coming out there doing 2 stages this year. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be in the VIP section, podcasting live at the lodge all weekend long. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be camping. There's going to be dad bod contests. There is going to be a car show.
Shenanigans.
Awesome. Make sure that that you get your VIP ticket if you want to come holler at the Aaron and Austin Show. We're going to be there all the time having a great time.
The VIP ticket really is worth it. I mean, that air-conditioned bar last year was about the best
clutchest thing I've ever been involved in. So, and if you want to camp, they got plenty of camping accommodations. They got just so much going on out there. This is going to be the biggest party in the city coming up. So make sure that you support the Damn Jam 2024.
This is going to be a good episode.
You know why we got fucking Kirby's beer store in the town. That's why it's got.
I know this because we just had like a badass conversation before the theme song rolled. Yeah,
so let's pay a quick couple bills. Hey, let's shout out to JEllis Kitchen every Mondays, Taco Mondays. Get over there and get that pineapple pico.
Pineapple
tacos. And they do a lot of other things. He caters. Make sure you get with him. He's an official sponsor. And everything Damn Jam, we got an official meeting coming up with them. So make sure that if anybody wants to be involved with Damn Jam this year, you get with us. That's all of our extra shit because we got it all filmed. I hope you love those graphics.
And I want to say a little special note. Jason Wynn is still hanging on, man.
Yes, he is.
He is. As of the day this is recorded, he's still hanging on.
Well, they pulled him off life support on at Friday last week.
And he's fought it for a couple days.
At 1 o'clock, and he's been alive.
That's a tough motherfucker, and I appreciate it very much.
There's not... And cheers to Jason Wynn. Every time I get a chance, if you're going to be out at Damn Jam this year, we're going to get a banner made. I'm holding our feet to the fire. That's why I'm putting it out there on the fucking show. I'm gonna memorialize banner made for Jason Wynn. He got us started at the Damn Jam. He did a lot for them too.
He did a lot for us. He did a lot for them.
He did a lot for everybody. He's done a lot for tons of venues in this town. Yeah. He's done a lot for 11, and the guy's still holding on. Either miracles can happen. Maybe he wakes the fuck up. Who knows? We can only speculate this time. They took him off life support, and they expect.
That's all I can expect out of him.
They didn't expect nothing after that, and he's still kicking. So shout out to fucking Jason Wynn, our brother for life. So we got a great show, one that I've been wanting to have for a hot minute.
Kirby's in the house.
We got Ryan and Trapper in the house from Kirby's. So give us a shout out and tell the people what's going on at Kirby's if you don't fucking know.
Music almost every night. I mean,
That's what we do there,
for
right?
20 years. I mean, or longer. 50, I guess.
51, 52.
It's
I
got
don't know
some
if
serious
music
history.
was always
involved in that.
It was always.
I mean, there was.
It
bands
actually
back in
predates
the
the WSU. It's been there 16 years longer than the college. I'm just
Really?
making sure.
Really?
I think it was.
The founder of the college decided to make Kirby's beer store first, and then started building the college.
And then he built the university in 7 days.
It takes music to get a college off the ground.
But Kirby's came first, and then the university.
I will tell you this.
Built around it.
And then the field house.
Kirby's is actually on like Indian burial ground.
What?
From what I've been told. Okay,
There's some folklore.
And there's some, maybe some liberties taken, but
some poltergeist stuff coming up.
Think about it. It's hillside, so it's the highest part on the east side of town.
Yeah, and everybody that doesn't know, Kirby's is over off of 17th and Hillside, just to the east.
And there's a hill. That's a hill.
Well, it's about the only one in town, and they put the name of the street on it.
Well, on West,
pretty clever.
West has got ridge.
Yeah, of course.
East has got
the
hillside.
Yeah,
So
and then valleys between.
Everything in between would flood.
Yeah.
When Indians were here.
Yeah, it did.
So
you're right. You are right about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's actual.
That would flood until we built.
I never thought about that.
Well, until we built the big ditch, all of that would flood. He's right.
Exactly.
This was really heavy rainwater, like a gutter, through this area until they built. To be here, we had to build the big ditch. He is right.
And being involved with Kirby's for the last 5 or 6 years, there is a thing called Kirby's Miracles. So miracles do happen, and there is a special, vibe that does happen there, and I think all of us agree with that.
Yeah, totally.
So
it really is. Especially, were you guys the one? Were you the one that instigated the doing the stage up top, or were they doing that before you got there?
No, that was
Alex.
Actually, it was in my idea originally, and it kind of, I don't think it was going to happen. I mean, I kind of put it on the. I had not a lot of changes I wanted to implement. This was 5-6 years ago when I got involved and begged Alex to be, my partner, let me in, the door, because I just loved Kirby's and I would drag all my friends.
So two of you guys bought it from? Do you guys?
He had owned it 10 years prior to me.
So do we know who that was?
Well, Steve Schroeder.
Steve Schroeder. I don't know who that is, but
shout out to him. He's beloved in the community. He unfortunately passed away.
Well, rest in peace to Steve Schroeder.
His ashes are actually in the bar.
Shout out!
I don't know if that's public. But,
hey.
No, I'm joking.
No,
there are dead people all over the bar. Believe it or not, there are 16 dead presidents in the bar.
Allegedly, Indian burial ground. Allegedly,
we've only killed three of the people that are in the.
Right. So, I mean, we're going back to the history. Steve really, put his footprint in the music scene.
That was huge. Yeah, back in the day.
Was it during his tenure when it won the award that really kind of put it on the map?
It was 2009 when it got top 9 dive bars in the country.
Yeah, that really made a big impact on that place and for. I'm sure. I'm just guessing that it had to help with booking and all kinds of shit.
Well, yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah.
If Playboy magazine lists you as important, you
right. Back then,
that's even when people looked at magazines.
Yeah.
Kids, a magazine is it looks like this.
There used to be boobs in there.
Yeah, except this one had stereo equipment and boobs.
Yeah. That was I mean, at that time,
I never looked at the stereo.
At that time, it was like Maxim and Playboy. Those are the two big ones for guys.
Oh yeah. Playboy and Penthouse kind of started that whole thing.
But this is 2009. This is 2009.
That's why you didn't see the. That's why you didn't.
So 2009, I would even say
in Penthouse.
2009, I would say Maxims might even be more popular than Playboy at that time.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Because I mean, porno mags were starting to die with the internet.
Yeah.
When Pornhub and all that shit came in,
now what's this Pornhub you talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah,
no.
So we're all adults here.
No, I remember playing.
No, it's amazing.
I remember playing.
It is. Who wants to fucking flip a sticky book?
I'm still looking at Sears Robux.
Yeah, the lingerie section.
I'm 48, so
he's analog.
Yeah.
I'm 44.
I turned 40 in January of this month.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I'm there. So.
I was in Kirby's when I was 14 years old.
Ooh.
Wow.
Playing bass with O'Phil.
Oh, very nice.
Nice, yeah.
And a different owner, and he's gone, so we can I can say that.
And he didn't
now.
know.
04 was that?
And you were born
Steve?
with a beard.
Was that Steve?
That was Steve.
Okay.
You had a beard and dreads when you were born, so like
I did have enough of a mustache to where they.
You had that one that you probably should have been shaving, but you're just proud of the mustache.
Yeah, just one hair. One hair.
Kind of has a comb.
No, you know
I've
that
got
mustache
a
we all started
16-year-old
with.
that has the same look.
No,
Yeah, you're like,
no.
you maybe shave it.
I got away with it. I got away with it. Yeah.
Well, you never stopped growing it. You know, I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
So what? So you've owned Kirby's. You bought it with a partner 5 to 6 years ago.
I played racquetball with Alex. It was all part of my plan. I just had to get friends with him. Bug him every day on the racquetball court and wear him down. So he finally decided that he'd been doing it for 10 years. That's kind of my arbitrary number that I feel like I could give. To because it does take a lot out of you.
Oh shit! It does. It's a constant hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tons of phone. People don't realize promoting shit, phone calls, all that shit is not a.
Kirby's
well,
never
the
rests.
drinking is the biggest problem.
It is. Well, the nightlife of it's not easy.
I mean,
the nightlife of it is not easy.
Yeah, that's my life,
Right,
But it's my
I bring in these
life.
young bucks to handle all that.
Willie
So-
Nelson tell you about it.
So
Yeah.
you convinced him.
Yeah, and he, it was back in 2018, and we came to a number, and I didn't think it was viable, and my wife said, "You spend all of our money there anyway, so why not do it?" And so I did it.
Other than liking, did you have any tie to the music scene that you wanted? Why you wanted to be involved in this, or you kind of like me, like you've always enjoyed music and it's fun to be in this fucking realm. I love it.
Going through, I was
is.
more of a jock.
Can't beat it.
Spoiler alert.
Me too. Same,
right,
same,
yeah.
bro. Like I played college baseball and had tons of opportunities to do sports. That's the world I grew up in.
Right. I mean, that's
So
what
why go bar?
Okay, so
Well, you had an opportunity to buy Kirby's.
when I started going to college, I was introduced to some,
You went to
extra
WSU
stuff,
apparently.
that people get introduced to.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's just say I listened to a lot of Bob Marley. And,
Yeah.
Got a lot
but
of good
anyway,
ideas and got a lot of great ideas how that works.
Yeah, I mean, so it just kind of, I fell in love with music. I fell in love with the local music scene. I was going to see Split Lip Rayfield and those type of bands.
That's one.
And
That's
Kirby's
one.
has
They
always
pulled
been
me
that,
to the
cool
Winfield.
setting, really.
What is the other Winfield festival? The big one, the Bluegrass
Bluegrass
Festival.
Festival.
Yeah,
Bluegrass.
That's, I went to it twice just because of
Walnut
Split Lip
Valley.
Rayfield because it was cool. Because I thought they were cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Split Lip, yeah, definitely.
They were a super weird band. They're like a bunch
String
of random
Break
shit.
was
My favorite.
kind of, String
String
Break
Break,
was
yeah.
big for me, back then. I loved getting out, and they do such a good show. And that may or may not be coming back. I hope it does at some point or some incarnation of it.
String Break's awesome.
It'll come back.
Well,
If you make
we've
it.
got involved with another Winfield festival, the Small Town Roots Festival that they're trying to kick up, and we'd like to. We're hoping eventually that the Bluegrass Festival gets us. We'd go fucking podcast at that motherfucker too.
Oh yeah, man.
That's
you
one I-
may not come back.
Yeah, you
but,
guys
like,
should just go out there.
Well, I've been
anyway.
there.
days.
I mean, I've been there a couple times as just a patron.
I was
Yeah.
born and raised in Winfield.
But he's actually
yeah,
the mayor of Winfield running next year.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're gonna vote
Okay,
him
you
in.
got my vote.
Yeah, he's
Kirby people.
That's
let's
not
vote.
real.
Let's
It
vote
is
him in.
real, bro. Oh, dude, if we talk shit into existence, it happens, bro. Before you
Let's go.
retire,
Let's
you will
try.
be the mayor of Winfield.
Dude, that is the realest thing you're probably gonna say all day.
Talk shit
I
into
mean,
existence.
when you verbalize something,
Hey.
it just happens, man.
Dude,
I will
especially if you
tell you-
whiteboard it, I whiteboard shit. I'm a whiteboarder.
I will
like a
show you
vision board.
Yeah,
the
I got
current-
dailies, monthlies, and yearlies and shit. Man. I'm telling you, like
The
it just-
current mayor of Winfield is 22 years old.
Oh, okay. We need some.
He got.
Dude, we'll come in
elected
and
this way, too. I
strong
don't know,
arm the fuck out of that town.
He might be 24 or something now, but
We'll come in like the
Yeah.
mob, bro. We'll fucking be breaking necks and driving people to the voting booths.
yeah.
I hope that's not the campaign slogan there. We'll come in like the
that's
Yeah. Well, I think they need a little bit of mob out there in Winfield. Hey, get the fuck out of here. We'll come in with.
Jesus.
We'll take over that fucking Winfield Festival too. That's what we'll do. Because you'll be the mayor.
That's right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now where do we go?
I don't know. I've been to Winfield a couple times, but
Yeah.
it seems like a
I
nice
like
town.
Winfield. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like,
My parents lived there.
well, yeah, and what's another thing is like,
Very Andy Griffith.
it's nice that we got involved in. Plenty. We got involved in doing these festivals.
It's not bad.
And what's
All the
nice,
rum.
and what's nice is that parlays us into the festival that we're here to promote. Is one Did you start this one, or is Meat Fish
Oh,
your? Is
no.
Meat Fest
No,
your
Meat
brand?
Fest
I think I have.
school.
Yeah.
Meat Fest old school.
There's a couple different rumors, but I think it was like.
I think John took it downstairs.
Alberto?
The consensus is
Consensus.
the consensus amongst the people in the know.
Is there a folklore on when Meat Fest started?
There's been a debate, an ongoing
there's a
debate.
lot
I
of
think we
folklore,
missed.
So we don't have paperwork on what really happened.
We have
might have a
paperwork.
flyer.
There's paperwork.
There's flyers,
but
yeah. Covered or up in the.
there's no dates on some of the
Yeah.
posters. So we have posters. We know there
There's
was
evidence.
22 of them over maybe 23 years. I think is.
So
and
this
Albert,
has been a fucking thing.
you know
Yeah.
Albert
From
Alfonso.
Ulu. From Ulu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it
That's
was
how
his
I know
birthday.
Albert.
And
me
Honky
too.
Tonk Devils.
Yeah.
Ulu. Was
He's
my-
amazing.
back in the day.
I mean, he does these special projects
Yeah.
that.
We'll thank our intern
Are
Annie
so
for all her
freaking
hard
cool.
work.
Thank
I
you
got
so
you.
much. Amazingly
Thank you,
talented.
Annie.
She's wonderful.
Love you, Annie Mac.
So it was his birthday, and it was cold
So
outside.
this is the folklore of Meat Fest.
Yeah, if I can get it right. But essentially,
Wildly
it's his
speculate.
birthday, and they just had an open grill, and everybody just had, any of the food they had sit in the back of the, fridge or
Defrost
freezer.
that shit a week before and let's go.
And they just had a full day of music. I think I have the original poster, one of them.
Nice.
I got it at a Meat Fest because we always do these auctions. So that's kind of how me and, Alex, I would go in and to the Meat Fest, and I would, buy a lot of stuff for the auctions and stuff like that.
So there's an auction at the Meat Fest shows.
Yeah, because
Steve
it actually ended up
Schroeder
being.
Foundation.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
for the
explain that.
Steve
Explain
Schroeder
that part of
Foundation.
it. Explain that part of it. What's the auction part of it?
The auction is, local artists, local businesses donate their time and their money or their items and whatever they offer, and we've been doing a live auction, and we just do auction to the highest bidder.
You started, 25, 50 down, 50 down, 30 down.
We
here
bring
go,
in an
get some money, whatever
auctioneer.
you get.
It's kind of fun. We brought in auctioneers, and they're really good at that. So
Yeah.
Gene Shipman's not bad at it. Shout out
Yeah,
to
Glenn.
No, I
yeah.
think Glenn did it
we're
once.
looking
Yeah.
for some maybe.
I think he actually did it once in an emergency
Yeah,
or
he's
something
good
like
at it.
that.
He's really good at it, actually.
So we raised like 3,500 last, maybe even more.
Nice.
I mean, it's just the numbers,
Very
are
nice.
always impressive. Everybody gives generously. We had this, these like numbered shirts the last few years, and they were going for about $125 a piece. There would be like 10 or 12 of
So
them.
it's kind of like
That's
it's kind of like
awesome,
a moment in time shirt too, like a little bit.
yeah, it's like you get it here.
It's
you
kind of
get one
memorabilia.
chance.
It's memorabilia.
Yeah, exactly.
And memorabilia for sure.
Look,
So did
I
it
mean-
start as a 3-day festival, or was
It was
we?
1 day festival. It wasn't a festival. I mean, this was
Well, I
20
feel like
years ago.
so. To
2,000
me,
roughly.
Even if it's 1 day, I say over 5 to 6 bands festival almost.
Right. I don't know what the rules were back in 2000.
I don't know what the rules are now. That's just me making
Yeah,
shit up right
where
now.
do we
Right.
mark a festival? I don't
Well, it
know.
seems
Yeah.
like when you get a normal gig is like 2 to 3. So when you have like 5 to 6, 7, 8, that feels like a festival now, kind of.
Yeah,
Am I wrong
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, except we're
I
past
think
the age
it's
of
like
calling
hours
everything a
taken.
palooza.
Hours taken.
Well, if we start at fucking 1 o'clock and we go to midnight, it's a
if
festival.
we're taking like 8 hours.
Well,
then
that's
a
every
fest.
day almost at Kirby.
Yeah, that's
we got out of control before COVID. Everything was a festival. So this debate and this discussion was happening all the time.
Really?
It was a festival every weekend.
It was. I mean, there's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Fun,
So
though.
I'm,
Fun.
I'm really
Let's
happy
go.
about
It's fun,
the
though.
least. We're downgrading. Everything's not a festival now. So the true festivals get to actually.
Well, when you have
downgrade
those
some
giant
of
bills,
it.
it's hard for the people that come to the shows to tip every band.
It is. And I always just say, come
Yeah.
with, 31s. If you're going to see 10 bands, give them all $3. You paid $30.
Yeah.
I mean, let's try to get in that mindset for this festival.
So-
what we
so-
do
so
see
wait.
is that $20 goes out, and then they don't tip the rest. So
Okay,
let's keep it going.
so we're charging $20 at the door for festivals.
No, we're not
That's
charging.
not what he's saying. Yeah,
No.
No, he's talking
that's
about
what
bringing
saying.
30. He's talking about
For the
bringing
tip
$30
bucket.
$30
He's
in
saying
tips.
if you're gonna go,
Yeah, but if
Tip
you're trying to
back,
come to
tip
all
back.
days, all 3 days, I mean, it's a lot of music, but it's $90 you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting $3.
Okay, so
but
what's the
I'm going to
difference
tell
there?
you,
What's the
there's only a
difference?
handful of
What
us that can make it through, and to all of 30
Yeah,
acts.
that's a marathon.
So
Oh
Dude,
my
you
god!
can't do
Yeah,
it.
oh my god!
you come this
Time
time and
lot.
see every act, I'll give you this guarantee.
We have to do it.
You get a free T-shirt or any merch thing you want. All right.
Yeah.
So
If you
there's your
sit through all
challenge.
3 days, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause
That's-
it's hard for me to do
It's
it. to be
yeah,
honest.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And I can do it.
Anybody
Matt
that's
Brown
been
has accepted your challenge.
anybody
Yes,
that's anybody
yeah.
that's been in our
Please.
anybody that's been in this industry, or even like me and Aaron, I was like, yeah, we'll do a podcast, every day out there. Then you do one day and you're like, Holy shit.
The first day is fun as shit.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man.
The second day is like, what the hell?
Yeah, and I mean, it really is. Most people don't realize, like, trying to, even if you're not podcasting, like, trying to organize a festival like that, making sure all the trains run on time, making sure the sound's right, making sure all the equipment's right. That shit is a headache.
And, like, Meat Fest, like, this is our lax one, actually, to me now, because we're doing it on, we're doing it on 2 stages this year. We're going to have a stage in the arcade, but for like a kind of like
flip side stage.
Yeah, the flip side stage for like solo artists, like acoustic singer-songwriters or like DJs. Yeah. So, but during like Heat Fest, that's like a whole other level because now we're running like 2 stages inside and outside and back and forth. We're running equipment everywhere.
We did we did a little bit of the Heat Fest last year.
And that's
who was involved in that? Wasn't like Witch Cradle involved in that we were talking about?
They do Dead
Fest.
Yeah.
Every year those guys come through.
And that's a that's an in-and-out thing too.
And they're awesome. Shout out to everybody at Witch Cradle. We love
love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
So it's a nice swing. So we're seeing a little bit of the Kirby's takeover. If you don't know, next door to Kirby's, I don't know, what was it before?
It was
laundromat.
Yeah,
Was the laundromat. Now
forever.
So do you guys take over half the laundromat, the whole thing, or what's the whole? Give us the whole.
Okay, this is
So
fun.
the flip side has happened now, and I'll let him unpack all this just so everybody knows. If you've been out to Kirby's lately, they have opened a pinball place.
It's
next
pinball,
door. And it's fucking awesome if you're into pinball. And I'll let Ryan unpack it all for us.
Pinball.
There's our logo.
Yeah,
Sure.
And you it's
Logo
Kirby's
band
and the
shirt.
flip side, right?
It's Kirby's flip side.
Yeah, Kirby's flip side. Cool.
It's Kirby's beer store, Kirby's flip side. Easy to remember. So, I mean, kind of take it back a little bit, why we have pinball machines. There has been pinball machines for, 20, 30 years at Kirby's. Okay.
Always in the corner by the bathroom. There's always been 3 or 4 or 5 of them.
Steve
right
had
1 or 2.
Steven.
Yeah. I mean, I look back at photos and I see some of maybe the same pinball machines I've purchased, like, inadvertently, that were in there. But what happened during COVID is obviously they shut us down. So, we couldn't do music. It was the whole vocal stuff.
This also ties into the outside stage kind of thing.
Exactly. So that was why we did the patio stage. So
that worked out swimmingly.
I think so.
During COVID, you were able to...
I'm not going to lie to you. Both of those spots have become equally as iconic in a really short time. Like, the inside is a very iconic spot in this town. But, like, the outside is just as popular. Like,
we love doing shows on the patio.
It sounds amazing. And you get to blast the whole neighborhood.
Patio
awesome.
Well, that goes back to this,
for safety and outside air.
Potentially Indian burial ground. I mean, it's such a beautiful, cool vibe. And the sunset there is amazing. If you ever are there during, sunset, look to the west, you see the whole city. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, you are literally on a hill with a beautiful horizon to the
hillside.
Left. Yeah. You are on a beautiful horizon to the left. It's really like standing right there. What he's talking about is standing right there on the parking lot off of 17th Street. Taking a look to the west as it is a pretty nice horizon, and you realize that we're not in too bad of a fucking town.
If you could just cut out the McDonald's, it would look so much better.
But then when you leave later that night, you're glad it's there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or if you have to go to the bathroom, mid.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Most times. McDonald's is a man,
that McDonald's is
maybe not that one.
Intense.
Maybe not that
right. You can't get in. They lock it up.
So
you
flip
can
side.
barely order.
Okay, so we put pinball machines in on the stage because we couldn't do music, and so I was already a collector. I'd just been collecting for a few years, and
just pinball or any other kind?
Just pinball.
Okay.
I know Michael is, he's got all that other stuff, but we're just over the arcade. We're just pinball exclusively. Mm-hmm. So. We put up pinballs in there. People kind of gravitated to it. We were starting to get, a crowd for that. And music came back. We tried to fit pinball machines in there, with some degree of success.
Let's be honest. Everybody's been at Kirby's knows there's not a ton of space in there.
Yeah.
You can get
we've maximized the space to a great degree, but there's not a ton of space.
That is a lovely room.
And pinball machines are as big as my fat ass.
Right, exactly. So,
it's very intimate.
We'd been trying to get the other space for years. It was vacant. So it was kind of an eyesore, and it brought in a bad element, and it was a bad situation.
In that area of the town, you don't want any open buildings, really, especially right next to your business.
You found the right time.
Well, you get the random day walkers that just integrate into those places and shit. And
we had our struggles, and we try to keep a close eye on it, and that's
having an operating business in there changes a ton, makes it
it's very
so
nice.
much better.
Very nice. Yeah. So. They finally went through the lawsuits of getting the eviction, all that stuff done. Years transpired. Then COVID hit. So, we finally got the access to the space. And I went over there, and me and Alex, and we, walked it off, and we were like, we'll take this much amount of space. Not knowing it was the exact dimensions of Kirby's.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Seriously? Like, I didn't know
So
that
it's symmetrical,
until
basically?
we were applying for,
It's like
our liquor
the
license
magical
and stuff.
You guys just mirrored.
So I
the
threw a
same
tape
space.
on it, and it's like, wait a minute, that's exactly, because it's 23 feet right to left and 28 deep. And both of them are that way. And this is after we called it the flip side. So it was kind of, kind of a happy
Meant to be.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
so
Yeah.
we
Well,
had
like I will tell you, like cool shit like that always kind of is
magical.
meant to be. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Kirby's Miracle.
Well, it makes you feel better
Wow.
about it.
Well, back to the Kirby's
It's a
Miracle.
Kirby's
See? Look at
freaking
this. Look at this.
miracle.
He's tying it all
It
It
together.
makes you feel
It's a
good about
circle.
it.
Yeah. I mean, it actually is, and it's kind of a really cool element to have like that open pinball arcade next to the fucking venue. To me, it just
Yeah, I
feels
think
right.
so.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Well,
You have the people that don't, sometimes want to come do something but don't give a fuck about the music.
Yeah.
You can kind of tiptoe between both.
Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, we have 3 distinct spaces right now. And I guess you can count maybe.
Inside, outside,
And the
Yeah.
flip side.
And maybe
Inside, outside, flip side.
flip side.
Yeah. And
there you go. That's a new shirt.
Yeah,
Inside,
I like
outside, flip
that.
side.
I like that.
You gotta say it
Inside,
fast.
outside,
Gotta say it
flip
fast as
side.
fuck, though.
that's kind of what's dominating the new bars that you'll find, the ones that are successful
a
now.
little
You
bit
got
of
bowling,
yeah.
and arcade.
You go to a
and-
lot of places with,
We
I
have
mean,
to
you should be trying to evolve or die.
Attraction.
Yeah.
Evolve or fucking
Yeah,
die. man.
totally.
Well,
That's why we're
always
getting a
keeping an
Ferris
eye
wheel.
Add attraction.
Well,
Next
what's
year.
nice is you got to integrate
I
something into
agree
your
We're
bar
getting the
that you
Kirby's
like.
Ferris wheel.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
So
Yeah.
like pinball to me was I was
Kirby up
always
and down.
I was always too shitty at it.
Epic.
I was always really good at fucking like arcade games, but it was shit at pinball.
Oh man, it's
Oh.
rough.
So I
I
was
suck at it.
so as you moved all these pinball machines in, how many machines are you guys up to over there?
We fluctuate between like 17 and 19
So
or something.
so just as well as I do, let the people know how much is it to keep those fucking pinball machines going. They are a little bit of a maintenance.
I'm there every day, 5 days a week, varying between an hour and maybe 2. And that's
Do you have a
just
maintenance guy
my
for
thing
the-
is-
for the
No, my
machines?
wife and I. My wife is amazing.
He's the maintenance guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Meet
Well,
Ryan.
that makes it nice if you know the machines because they're intricate. Like I don't know if anybody's ever opened up a fucking pinball machine, but there's a lot going on in that motherfucker.
It's intimidating.
yeah.
Lots.
They're really
Dude.
intimidating. A lot of motherboards, a lot of shit. A
And
lot
I'm
of
not an
switches.
engineer or electrical guy,
But you've been doing it.
I fake it, and there's a level I can't fix, and I just hire it out. Bite
Nice.
the bullet and pay. I've got people in town that are luckily more educated about that stuff. So I handle about 90% of the maintenance and all that stuff and the repairs, but
Like the day-to-day shit, the shit that's like you can replace bumpers and all that crap. Like you
and
do.
and to
Yeah,
be honest with
little
you, I don't
things.
like playing pinball machines that don't work. And if you go around
God, right.
to if you don't know pinball, you may not know
Huh.
Okay.
that these things aren't working correctly. But if you know pinball, it's the worst thing trying to play a game that doesn't work. So
Yeah, like if it's malfunctioning, like if shit ain't working right, it is fucking.
So
annoying.
it's kind of a selfish thing. I'm glad the community is starting to really appreciate it and start really supporting us. We've had their best month so far in December. Well, I guess we're past December. So,
But I
you
mean,
know,
that's your last month that you counted.
Yeah.
And anybody having a good month in December should be happy as fuck. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
No.
December's
For
always
sure.
a
Well,
tough month
hey,
for all
hey,
retail.
well-
Shout out to all the bars and everybody that
What you're
push
providing
their way through that
is-
time.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you,
fuck,
thank
it's
you.
tough.
Appreciate
What you're providing
through
is
years.
cool. It's
not
a
easy.
throwback thing.
Yeah.
It's a throwback,
totally.
like a really cool arcade vibe.
Well, what's nice about
Yeah.
pinball?
It's swanky.
Well,
It's
what's
a
nice
nice
about
swanky
Yeah,
pinball?
that's-
What's
that's
pinball
cool.
doesn't get a look.
And there's a nice bar.
They're nostalgic and
Right
current.
by.
What's
Yeah.
cool about pinball is it touches the nostalgia era and it's current because they have
They
brand new pinball machines from like brand new movies.
Of course
and
they
shit.
do.
Exactly.
It's really a cool thing that pinball has kept itself relevant.
For sure.
Like, and there's a way to play league. I don't know. Do you guys do leagues?
We're starting this year.
Okay, well,
January.
unpack that for us. How do you even
every
play
Tuesday?
leagues?
Or
How do you even
no,
play leagues?
Tuesday. It's called Flippin' Mondays, and we're gonna do
Flippin' Monday.
I'm so stoked about this because what I'm seeing is these community of people that are just like slowly introducing each other, and we're gonna accelerate that. So when you're playing a tournament, you're stuck with like 4 people for this game and 4 people for that game. So you're gonna make conversation. You're gonna meet people. And that all just helps the whole community. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and in
Yeah,
this
I'm
day and
so
age,
happy
anything to
to
get
see
people out of their
yourself.
fucking house from watching Netflix and shit.
Yeah.
It's hard to get my big ass out. Like, I love this podcast because it gets me out of the house. It gets me doing some shit.
for sure.
So-
I mean, that's going to kill, it's, I think, the worst thing that we have, in this in the society right now is these phones. You know, they just
Well, they're great and they're not.
They're horrible.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
the thing is,
for kids, like I have a 10-year-old, and it's
well, the thing is, you tiptoe a weird line, especially with kids, because their whole life is going to be on those things.
I know.
So it's like, when do I let the, because they need to know how to use them, or they're going to be, you don't want your kid to be the last dude to know how to use a screen.
Yeah.
They don't know shit.
When do we learn?
I mean, because they're giving them,
interpersonal?
kids have email addresses and fucking laptops in fucking 4th grade now.
Oh, I know. He's telling me how to do stuff on the computer.
Exactly.
Like,
So
hey, that's cool.
So like, you really can't. It's hard to be that one that's like, don't be on screens, because their whole life is going to be on it.
Well, there's a balance. You know, we have 2 or 3 days a week that there's no screens. You know, there's no phones. You know what I mean?
That's what we try to have is the evenings.
Yeah.
Like we'll take away. You can do your shit on your TV, but like get the fuck out of this for a little bit.
Right.
And it's hard for me too, because just like you guys, you're worried about promotion. You're worried about your business. You're worried about all your shit.
Of course,
Totally,
we can't.
totally.
We got to be on Facebook. We got to be on the social media.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, my phone.
Same.
Yeah.
Every day.
Same.
So that's feature. Yeah,
Both of us, same way.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
You've got to make somewhat of a relevant post every fucking 4 hours almost.
I have to
Right.
make three. I have to make three relevant posts.
That's why
on Facebook.
that has been my
To
kind of my
hit
what
my
I've
algorithm.
what I've learned is
feed the algorithm.
3
have the
posts a
feed the
day.
algorithm?
It keeps the algorithm at bay.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
and the space. I try to do one before 8, one by noon, and one at 5.
well, you
Yeah.
guys know Paul.
Yeah.
He's
well,
our
no, I know a lot of
long-time-
Pauls.
Well, he's our long-time bartender. He's been there 25 years. He served me my first beer at Kirby's. So,
Oh, nice.
He's your me.
He's a legacy.
yeah, but he does a lot of our posts too. Like that's one of his jobs. He comes in and he posts every day. So we're getting 2 or 3 posts a day. So I think we're hitting that
Between all
metric.
of us.
Yeah, between all of us hitting
Well,
all of it.
okay,
So
so
am I.
if you're the thing is that's built in that's nice about your guys' place is you're getting built in those posts from the artists that are posting count for you.
Right.
Oh yeah, when
So-
they tag
Tag
us
us.
When
and
they
stuff
tag
like
you,
that. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that counts as your 3. So you're really doing more than you think.
Please promote your show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
people.
Every artist, guys, I would tell you,
We'll
small
promote your
break,
shows.
just what these guys said. Promote your shows. The more that you can do it yourself. I mean, I promote our goddamn show every day that we can.
I think that you guys have a built-in promotional engine.
Yeah. Well,
Kirby's has been established for many, many years.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
Well,
good.
it's 10,000
There's a
followers.
built-in thing.
I would
We're
say that it's built. It's
one-
grandfathered into the community.
yeah. For sure.
Unless you guys really fucked up and did some goofy shit, like there's no way you
yeah,
can fuck
you're
up
gonna
for
be
the
great.
most part.
You're gonna be
I mean, we'll leave that open.
You know
what I mean?
It might happen. Let's see.
Yeah, sometimes fires start. Especially if the Stevens own the place.
Oh my lord.
Uh-oh.
Anyways,
There might be a fire at this building.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
Well, I mean, tune in next week for all the fires at Twin Peaks coming at you at Easter.
Yeah. Twin Peaks burned down.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see that?
I did.
Did you guys
Solid
see?
took
So
over.
okay, so let's not avidly shit on them. But what do you think about like taking the profits of your fucking people from their
I'm going to say this. I
from
think it's
the
shitty.
credit card checks?
That's
Get
horrible.
the,
I
get
think
the
it's
fuck out of
shitty.
here.
yeah.
That's rough.
And I know it's a
If
common
you do
practice.
business and I know if you have a business, you run an LLC.
I
too.
know it's a common practice.
If you run credit cards, you're going to have to eat the 2 to 3% of that bullshit.
This
just
is my
'cause.
question. I don't know if it's only 2% of what their tip was, or is it 2% of the total bill, and they're
I feel like
Pass it
they're
on.
making
That's
the.
what I don't
think
know.
they're making
2%
the
of
employee
total
pay.
bill.
of the total
Yeah,
bill.
that's
Then
what-
I would have a problem with that.
Fuck it, you can't do that.
They're trying to make it so that
Instead of what you're saying, making them pay the 2% of the transaction.
What I'm
fee.
saying
If there's no
is
money to
pass it on.
give,
Yeah.
then I understand that. But don't take
You can't
the
dip
cost
into
of
that.
doing
You
business.
pass
Yeah,
it
you
on to
can't.
the consumer, not your
You just
fucking.
you
And
know
I don't
just
know
like
their
me, there
setup,
is a
but-
cost of doing business.
Right.
You
There's a
don't,
cost
yeah,
of
but your fucking waitresses shouldn't absorb that.
yeah,
Not
not
the
the people
whole-
who are
That's my
making-
problem.
who are
That's my
already-
problem.
who are already
exactly.
paying $6
And I will say
an hour
to
or
you,
whatever.
as a business owner, if that minuscule percentage that you're stealing from your employees is keeping your
Then
doors open,
you are a
deserve
shit
it.
business owner, straight out.
Come on, then why are you?
fuck you.
If you're
Yeah.
really making decisions that hard on your
Yeah.
staff at
Yeah.
that percentage
I
wise,
know
then how are
this
your
is
doors
done.
open at all?
I know that
Yeah.
this is
That's like
done, and
completely
it's not
difficult.
just Stevens doing it.
Yeah.
No,
I've
I've heard this,
other
and I'm not going to sit here and
There's
shit on this.
there's
I've heard this
people
going
out here.
around. I've heard
Yeah,
this
it's
going
other
around.
But like, they all need to come correct very
Yeah,
quickly.
for sure.
Well, I mean,
That's
okay,
not a
that-
good practice.
That leads into the same thing. If we're going to talk about like stuff where we are, if we're both in music
Where
and
we
stuff
are.
like that, right? And we were talking about bars and restaurants, whatever. So I mean, that comes into things like, do labels like now after Spotify and stuff like that, try in CDs, dead media, try to take merch from bands And then at the same time,
Yes,
labels
right, they
that
do.
are distributing are trying to take a merch percentage. Then some venues are trying to take a percentage of merch.
They're trying to charge you 25% for setting up a fucking booth
Yeah,
at their
yeah.
place.
So this is what happens. This is what happens.
And so
Yeah,
it
go
gets,
fuck
kind of
yourself.
stuff gets out of hand. Like, you know what I mean?
I know this from firsthand.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens is that labels sign you on what we call a 360 deal.
Yeah.
A 360, they're taking a 20%, 15, well, it's 10 to 20, okay? 10 to 20% of everything you do.
Everything. Yeah.
You book that show for $500, I get 10.
Yeah.
You know, you're selling merch, I get 10.
That's why I paid $60 for a
All that.
sweatshirt the other day.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
exactly what
Buy
you
merch.
did.
Buy merch
like,
at Kirby's.
By merch.
Buy merch
they
everywhere.
do that. They do a 360.
We don't
deal
take any
on this stuff.
percentage.
Yeah. Yeah, but
From the
what I see, but you're
artists,
sitting
where
there,
would you?
No,
labels are doing
of
that,
course not.
but now also
Where
venues
do
are
I
doing
get
that.
off?
Also, the venues
Venues
are
That's
doing
pretty
that.
pretentious as a
Now,
business owner.
now,
When you already make money
That's
off
why
the
he paid
alcohol and the
$60
door
for a
or whatever else.
Yeah.
And I don't know other people's businesses, and but
That's a whole
but
other
I
thing.
know how we
Hey,
handle it. And
I know
of course
that
we
me
wouldn't.
as a band, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
I'm passing that on to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm not taking it.
thank you. I
Well,
know. Thank you for that.
No, it sucks,
Come
but
to
that's real.
Kirby's.
That's real.
We won't take your merch money. Have fun.
Thank God. Thank
So
God. Yeah.
what we're hoping
Good
for,
t-shirt idea.
what we're
Yeah,
hoping for
totally,
the most
totally.
is you guys take over the whole damn strip joint eventually.
No. I mean that place next door has some good gyros.
I've heard
That
the
was-
gyros are legit
Yeah,
next door.
they're legit. They're good people.
Yeah,
I kind of pinched myself because we didn't, but we could have bought that space. We could have got probably down in Old Town. I mean, it was like
Should made some
let's-
euros.
You can't move though.
We're not moving. Well, we're not moving. But
but you could
for
open
an
up maybe another. You
arcade
could do.
space,
Oh yeah, okay.
we could have went a little
went a
bit.
different way. Yeah,
I mean,
see.
for the money,
You could have done
we
like
took the right amount.
you could have done like similar to what the arcade did, but the pinball spot kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we took the right amount. I have a lot more pinball machines, so I always want to.
How many
Put
pinball?
more
How many
out.
pinball machines
Oh,
are
boy.
sitting on?
Oh, I just have like 50.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God.
How do you house all these sons of bitches?
She doesn't have a garage.
well, I do rentals,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so I've got X
You got
amount
some
of
in the
rentals
field.
out.
You have
So
some in
you,
the field.
I've got some
you
out,
spread them
making
out
quarters.
amongst your rentals.
I've got 10 in my house.
Yeah.
So it's not out of control.
An
Every
avidly,
rental has
an
two.
avidly admitted not great pinball player. Why did you fall in love with these pinball machines?
That is a very good question.
Oh my God.
I don't have any. I
You
tell
just
you
like
why.
'em. You just like 'em.
I tell you why. I mean, I'm friends with some band members. And, well, Joey Henry, and
Love
Cody,
Joey,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
we went down to see Dinosaur Jr. And
Jay
they
I don't
don't
know them. I knew the other. I
Jay
didn't know them.
Maskus.
Oh,
I don't know
Jay
Dinosaur.
Masses. They were awesome. And we went to arcade in Oklahoma City, Cactus Jack, and they love pinball, so I was just entertaining them there. I just had some beers, and I was like, I'll go. And I was there for 4 or 5 hours, over 2 days. And the last game I played, I got this stupid pinball bug. I played Wizard of Oz,
It bit you.
and all these things were going around doing cool stuff.
That was
And
a
I
cool,
was like,
that was a cool machine, though.
at that time, I was doing all these videos like with Kirby's, and I had done like 70 videos, spending all my free time editing videos for bands and stuff. And
So you're kind
YouTube.
of doing videography work at this time.
I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
And I literally was
So
driving
that makes
back.
sense. Well, this makes sense. I mean, that parlays why you really were into Kirby's. You like the film.
Oh,
the
that
bands.
came after Kirby's.
You were already doing that parlayed into you.
I had no experience at doing videos, and you
Until-
can tell from the first ones I did.
Well, no shit. You can. I mean, you can do the same thing with our podcast.
Exactly. Like,
Right.
they got better with help from people.
Oh, no, they're
and
way
just
better.
doing it,
Yeah,
and
they're
just
awesome.
fucking doing it.
Oh yeah, you put in
That's
that
how
many
it always
hours.
is.
Yeah.
That's
My
how it
wife
always-
was hating me because it would be like the same line 20 times.
Man,
I mean,
you
over
should, you should wait till it's the same thing as if you're like mixing an album or something
Oh,
like that.
for
Anybody
sure.
that lives with you, if you're like mixing it at home, they hate you.
Oh, I know. I hated
Why
myself.
did I hear this 100 times a day?
Well,
for
I
the
always,
last 4
I always
days?
ask musicians,
Exactly.
when do you hate a song when you played it 4 billion
Yeah.
times eventually?
Right, exactly. And
I mean, when the right person's excited about a song or excited about a pinball machine or anything, you can really find like some love in that and get excited again about some shit. But
Yeah.
eventually, you're just like, Jesus Christ.
It's about the time you start hating it. It's about the time you start getting good at it.
exactly. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I was actually driving back from Oklahoma City, and I said to them, I don't know how I'm going to continue doing all this editing, and now I have this pinball addiction that I didn't really want or plan for. So, unfortunately, I don't do any videos anymore. I do live streams. They're so much easier. There's no editing. So, and I went into this pinball space. So,
I
literally called it
So did you
out.
start with one, and then it just kind of
it.
snowballed from there?
Oh yeah, I got a Batman. I drove to Kansas City. I drove with it back with the legs in my truck. I had his 16-year-old help me put it in there. I don't even know how it made it back. I had no idea.
You rattled the shit out of it probably. In the
Oh,
truck
it was
on the
the way wrong one. So yeah, I mean, it's been a learning experience, just like the editing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you put in the effort, and hopefully, you know, you either sink or swim. And
So
here we are swimming.
So what's really cool is this year, and this is how we're gonna tie this all together. I noticed that you're doing Meat Fest for the 3 days, and we got multiple bands. We'll get into a little bit more Meat Fest stuff.
Epic.
But we're also doing the acoustic sets in the flip side. Are you moving a few pinball machines out for a little bit of room?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're bringing. Don't hold me to this. Expect porta potties. We just had I got Alex
with a big
approved.
event like that. It's not a bad idea at your spot.
I know.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's a struggle.
Even like 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them would be.
They're expensive. So if
Fuck yes,
anybody
they are.
has a deal on a porta potty, hit me up. I'm calling around.
Well, I could. We got this bowl we could put out.
Oh, I know.
I do a thing where I spray paint a hole in the
A lot
ground.
of people would like to use
Yeah,
a bucket
we
that we have.
There's that tree.
We do have spaces where people have peed for.
I just spray paint
How
a
is
hole
that
in the
tree
ground.
alive?
I don't know. With all the plastic straws
And all the
the
urine that's been on that tree. I
and
peed
the
on that
butts?
tree 20 times in my life.
No.
Oh, I know.
That tree survives on urine, plastic, and cigarette butts.
I think that's what keeps it alive.
It's the strongest tree in Wichita.
We're gonna have to get like
It's just
that
exposure.
excavated at one point and see what's all underneath there.
Oh, dude, you might dig up some crazy shit
It
over
will
there.
be crazy.
Indians.
Probably.
Don't look at it.
Goes back. Don't look.
Go deep enough, you'll
Don't
find
do
some
it.
Indians.
Well, we should start
Native
prying up
Americans.
some ground under there.
No.
See if we
I
can get
don't
it.
want to get any bad juju on.
I'm
Don't
just trying
go
to see a
into what you
walking
don't wanna know
skeleton once
about.
in my life.
No,
God damn it.
no.
So, you know, we got Meat Fest. We got some fun stuff for that. We're doing some new stuff. That's what
So the
We-
Meat
we're
Fest, so
try-
everybody
we're trying to do
knows,
new
is an open grill. So who brings in a grill?
No,
Explain
we
the
have-
grill.
no,
Explain the Meat Fest part of it.
It's open grill the
meat part
second
of it.
day, right? It's
yeah, we kind of provide the meat on the first day.
Yeah.
So we're going to have, you know, plenty of food for everybody to come out. You're going to not go away hungry if you like meat. If
And
you
like
don't
what,
like
like
meat,
what are we
love
doing?
meat.
Like
You
we're
may
doing like
not
steaks and chicken
have nothing
and
to eat.
pork and everything.
it's like a
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to do whatever. We
Like
do
a
it
hodgepodge of
all
a
the
little bit
above.
of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
Is it meat only? We're not
it's
even
meat
fucking
only.
with sides. We ain't
We're not.
fucking-
I don't. You bring your sides.
I mean,
Well,
Bring
if
any
somebody wants to
food
bring a side,
share.
they
Bring your
can.
food to share.
Yeah.
And you know we do have a tip bucket out, so if you can provide, that does get back to the bands.
Meat
And
is very
the-
expensive, guys.
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
And you
I
got
know
somebody
it is.
cooking.
Especially
all
right
the
now.
Yeah, so we'll always have a grill meister is what we call them, you know, and it's
Grillmeister.
a you know Dave
Saul.
Hens and Karen, they actually do string break, and they've been you know the grill meisters on Saturdays for years.
Yeah.
They're taking a step back this year, and Mark, a good friend of mine, and we hope to get another. We're working on another person, but
I'm a pretty good grill master.
well,
Oh,
I might need you.
Oh,
for
here we
real.
I'm
go.
just telling you.
So
You're
podcast
obligating
and
you're
grill.
obligating your shit to a lot more work than you think.
There you
better
go.
shut the
I
fuck
know.
up.
Come, you'll have beer. There may be some
You
shots.
better shut.
I
You
don't
better,
fucking drink beer.
Yeah, okay.
He's a whiskey man. So
No.
you gotta have.
I don't
balls for him.
fucking drink beer.
But-
But I cook steak.
Okay.
There you go.
We got to cook everything. You're grill meister. You got everything they bring in. You got to cook it, and it gets shared.
Wait,
It
is
gets
there some
shared.
weird
Cut
shit?
up and
Did
shared.
somebody come in with like pterodactyls?
We bring in
Oh, those are endangered.
everything you got. Well, that thing in the back of the darn freezer that you
Yeah,
you know.
thaw it out this week. So if you're getting ready for what days? What are the 3
So
days?
the 19th of January is the first day.
So 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're starting early, about 4:30 or so each day.
And that's
each day.
Yep.
So the first day is a Friday or the first day is a Thursday.
We got beer specials.
First day's Friday.
We
Friday.
got
So we're doing
beer,
Friday,
liquor
Saturday,
specials.
Sunday.
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we always have a happy hour. You know,
Yes.
Pimp Your
till
Happy
9
Hour,
o'clock.
what is it?
Yeah, it's 75 cents off everything.
Oh,
So you
until
come
9
in-
o'clock?
From open to 9. Yeah.
Open
No shit.
to 9 every
Damn, I've been getting that deal and
day.
didn't even know.
We've been trying.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah. I mean, what we like to do is try to get people in front of bands. Okay, so if we can get you there early, so you're there for the first act, 9:30. You know, you're
It's
drinking.
so that one act
cheaper.
doesn't just get all of the eyes. I get what you're trying to do. That
For
makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So come early to a Kirby show, get the discount, and then of course, you know, our regular prices are pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and then get over there and play some
Yeah, not
pinball,
bad.
too.
Yeah,
Oh.
bounce back. And we're going to do it for one more month. I'm just saying this now. For the month of January, if you've never played Kirby's Flip Side, never been there, come by, get a $5 card. free of charge.
So you can play for free.
Ask the bartender. You can. Yeah, man. I was just thinking about this.
I'm gonna do that every week. This is my first time.
I've never been here before. What is this? This is crazy. Oh my God.
Dumbass! I saw you here.
That's all right. We don't police it.
What's pinball?
Yeah, what's
what is pinball that you speak of?
I don't know.
So Saturday's the big kind of open grill. So that is where we look to the community to bring in their food.
So the last day of it, we're going to do like a big community grill together.
That's Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Middle day.
That's where you put the moose on.
Okay.
Yeah, anything you got.
Bring that
protein.
Bring that giant lion hide that you got.
Fucking-
And that's what our auction is. That's where our auction is. So
auction's on Saturday too.
Saturday, yeah. So full menu or full grill, open grill, Saturday. Obviously the bands are going to be top notch.
Yeah,
sounds always great.
You guys, it's too many to even. We're not going to try to run through every fucking band. Look at it's already out. The full set list for each day is out. Go check out Kirby's webpage. They have times and everything.
Kirby's
listed.
Facebook.
Yeah, Kirby's Facebook. Check out all that stuff so that you can get everything pushed down. You can get everything down to the minute almost for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's almost like what 10 bands a day.
Yeah, 9 I think.
Yeah.
We have like
incredible, really.
15, 20-minute changeovers, which was real ambitious last year. And
15.
Yeah, I mean, they do changeover.
The sound guy's like, well, 15.
No, we can do it. No.
But this
I've
year,
seen it done.
This year we're gonna have a DJ Friday, Saturday, in the flip side on a
Carbon's
stage.
gonna be there.
Yeah, he's gonna be there Saturday.
Carbon's
night.
there Saturday night.
I love Carbon.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Shout out to DJ Carbon.
So we want to get people kind of out
He's
of
gonna
the
do a mustache waxing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's
class before he does it.
Dude, you see him on New Year's? He went up and.
Oh, you see?
Oh, he did.
He went hard. He went hard with it on
And
New
he
Year's.
does it while he's spinning. It's like,
And he's got always the 360 camera in the room too. That's always got takes great pictures.
I gotta get one of those.
Dude, I want one of those too. He's been trying to sell us on one forever. We just need to go buy one. They're not even that expensive.
Oh, I know.
It's like $400 and you can have this like insane camera.
He edits like in two minutes.
Well, dude, we'll break it down real quick. You can take that 360 picture, like zoom in onto like a flat surface and make it look like regular, and just run it like what it seems like. He really went into the shit you can do with that thing on his phone. I was like, I was like, damn it, I need to get.
I've been telling him I need to fix his brain.
It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be there. So
yeah.
So the hope is that we can get kind of people out of the main space and kind of over, so we can get the change-ins, a little more smoother. We're hoping for good weather.
So get the fuck out of the way is what he's saying when we're trying to move the equipment.
What's also we provide
we always say that
for you, so you can
Yeah.
So I want to parlay this. I want to parlay this into a question that I gotta ask before we get out of here.
All right.
So when we're doing big shows like this, we got plenty of time. We got time forever.
Yeah, we'll do what we want.
Yeah, we got time forever.
We can edit the whole first, 30
yeah.
minutes out.
So when it comes to these bigger shows, and I mean, this is a thing you guys done forever, but yeah, you guys have these big record release parties and stuff sometimes. Have we ever thought about taking those shows and doing paying at the door shows?
We're open to lots of options, honestly.
Because that shows like what we were talking about before this is we get a lot of shows tossed our way that kind of want to do shows with the Aaron and Austin show and kind of cross promote them, and we're trying to take those to Kirby's and take those to other places.
Yeah.
And I think some of those shows, like I would say even like
every band wants to guarantee.
Like Waze Obliques,
of course.
like I would say with Kirby's it's like a juggling act because you guys are handed a place that has its own built-in thing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to a show at Kirby's, until I can outsell the name of Kirby's, we can't sell tickets at the door. So
but Kirby's brings a.
Well, we can't sell tickets at the door. Anyways, we can't sell tickets because you're talking about a capacity thing.
Why not?
And we're not going to talk about occupancy because if we're going to talk about occupancy, what is our
Well,
you know what I mean?
all right,
so if you guys want to talk about the logistics of it or something like that, for one thing, you take somebody like Waze Oblique. Well, Waze Oblique did their release show there. They purposely did their release show there. They wanted it, and we really appreciate it, and they killed it.
And it was cool.
They made
it was cool.
A ton of money.
I will add to that. I believe I read it in their post on Facebook. They were like, "We're doing it there because there's no cover, so you can buy our album."
Well,
and you know what they did? Yeah, I think they might have sold almost all of their 50 albums.
They sold
I know my cousin. Shout out to Gigi. She bought one too. So
they're freaking cool. It's a good album. So if they have any left, they didn't have very many left when we were done.
And that album's good too. And you can get it.
They're killers. So thank them for that.
So my thing is, I think there's some shows at your guys' place that put the patron up against it. Like there's so many bands there. How do I tip all these bands? And then I look like a dick if I don't tip this band and I don't tip this.
A few dollars goes very far.
And I try to tip every band, but sometimes you miss it.
And sometimes, and I'm not going to say
you're going to miss it. That's fine.
And I'm not going to say that it's the platform's wrong, but for me as a concert goer, it's easier just to pay $15 or $10 and be done with it.
Okay, but you're also talking about so if you're looking,
you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, but you could look at the. So we're a bar that's operated by what, like 6 people, 7 people, or something like that. You know what I mean? But then you're also talking about the logistics of what we're doing. So we can hire somebody to do that. But I mean, to take like a door guy or whatever like that. But I mean, it's also costing money.
But for the and I would say this is not an every night thing for you guys.
Let's look at it.
Hold on. So we have had shows for so we had this band called Nox and Vacula. They came in from Seattle. They're a goth band.
Yeah,
the goth scene is a strong community here. Luckily, we have some of the best, most loyal goth people and electronic people in town.
Yeah,
you never know when you'll find a weird scene that
So we bet on that. You know what I mean? We were like, okay, we'll do a $14 cover, and we knew that the people that were loyal to it showed up.
So you guys are open to that show.
Did we not do it on the patio? So
no, we did it inside.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there are open things, but we just can't do it all the time.
That's not your.
I get that.
Well, the thing that's made Kirby's great is kind of the model that you guys live by. It's also open opportunity for anybody band to play and for anybody to learn about bands. I've learned about more bands just going to Kirby's and not knowing who was going to fucking be there.
Exactly.
And I love that part about it.
I play bass,
but I will say when the act can outsell the Kirby's.
I heard you co-host a show too.
Like you guys would be open to doing $5-10 shows for shit like that, would you not?
Okay, I will tell you this. I thought it was kind of a hard line, but it's really not. I mean, we're open to different. I like your suggestion, and I might implement it this Meat Fest. If you want to come and give us $20, and you're going to be there. I think we could distribute that to the entire band.
See, it takes a little bit of pressure off of the patron.
I like that idea, and I'm open to these suggestions. So,
and it's not that I don't like, but now every set I'm trying to make sure I tip and trying to.
The tip
and there's and I will tell you that there's a ton of bands that forget to tell the patrons there that
who they are,
or that we're paying for tips.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot of people that would, unless you or me. I try to wait for the most opportune moment at Kirby's and tip in front of everybody, so they all see it.
That is true.
That is
true.
Yeah. But you're putting a lot of pressure on the people that come to the shows, and sometimes it would be easier just to give you a 20 spot and come the fuck in.
I think we have the capabilities of doing that. I mean,
wrong.
we've opened it up to where you can go Venmo, Kirby's Beer Store.
Yeah,
you can put in there.
And you're even saying what
the band's name that you want to.
And what you really want to reiterate. Even $2 per band goes a long way.
It goes a long way. If everybody gave $2-3 per band,
but I just
who sits there and goes, "Oh, gee, that's their money."
We do.
We give them their bucket
at the
end of their set.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I would do?
You guys have 2 buckets, or you have an outdoor bucket?
Just one. We might get another bucket because.
Let me take Venmo. Let me take CashApp.
They do that too, right?
Yeah, we do. We do that, and it's on our stage. It's printed there.
And I will tell you, if you're smart as an artist, knowing that and I will tell more lead singers because you guys are the ones with the mic. Make sure that you tell. The people put their feet to the fire. We are this band. We're tips tonight. If nobody's going to be ashamed in that place, you can say it every 3 songs if you're doing a long set, in my opinion, because you don't know who walked in the door and doesn't know what happened. I would also put next to the tip bucket, if you're smart, bring your QR readers on a piece of paper for your Venmo.
Goddamn right.
And your CashApp.
Yeah.
So that we don't have to deal with going through Kirby's for it. We can tip you directly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I can give you a stage. If you don't take advantage of it, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I think there's a huge middle ground for how great your place is. Yeah. So I think we could do some shows. And I'm not talking all of them. But I think we could do some shows where it would take some pressure off the people in the thing.
I think you might have been at our shirt show.
Do you remember?
What's the other thing?
We have a.
I'm there a lot. I pop in just to say hi to you guys a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. I think you might have been there, but we have a wall.
I love you guys.
We're always trying to get money to the bands. We're trying to get eyes on bands.
Exactly. I mean, that's why
what we're doing.
That's why any idea that works for Kirby's works for this town.
So this is what I told the whole staff and Trapper mainly, and at the beginning of this year, we did this Spotify playlist for local bands, right? It kind of got hijacked by if you have any
Yeah, it was the beginning of last
following,
year,
then everybody just throws their stuff on there. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
kinda
you got to turn
dissipated.
that off the administrative wise. So
I know. I was trying to get a community based,
Well,
Azure.
then you realize like a few over anxious people will
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
they'll spam it.
what I
unfortunately.
wanted to do is stop talking and promoting Kirby's. I wanted to be more promoting the bands because I
The
feel
community.
like when we get the bands more popular, we're gonna.
Well, works for us.
We don't need to be
Well,
saying Kirby's is awesome.
the better
And
place.
I will tell you, the bands are just bands.
Yeah.
What we have to do is we have to create the space for these bands
To thrive.
that are bands
To have a space to
to
thrive.
just come through.
Well, and like you
You
said,
know,
it works
it-
for us more than it works for
None
them.
of the names
So
matter.
if we can make a regional or a local one have a few more following, and have like the F and G's is another.
I love the F and G's.
F and G's. Shout out to the F and G's.
Same.
And we do give guarantees.
I know you guys do.
Yeah,
And, you,
yeah.
and
You
let's
do.
not be
Now
on.
you
And
do.
let's let everybody knows they
I
give
appreciate
drinks
you.
to the
Yeah,
band.
for
They
that.
give drinks to
Really.
the band. And they provide a lot of things for this band. And so we're not.
Yeah, we provide
but we're-
free sound for the
yeah,
band. We don't cut
exactly.
anything. So that's the other thing when you're talking about like a door.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Like how else are you going to pay sound? Sound was like a big thing.
Right.
Like a lot of people cut sound right out the door. Cut the door guys' money right out the door.
Exactly.
So the
Goddamn
next
right.
thing you're given
Goddamn
like
right.
a band or three bands,
You're
it's
right.
something that's already broken
You are-
into three or divided
what
four
I
times.
and
you know
where
what I mean?
and where my line comes from is
Yes,
more of the really
that.
established bands
That.
that want to come back to how great your venue is and that we can sell it. That's what I'm
Okay, so
talking
that's
about.
what he's talking
Like
about.
these big festivals and these really things. Then we can charge just like $10, $15, $20 cover and take that little bit of like pressure off of the people that are attending it. And so now if I show up and I have $50. Some people got what they got, and if I'm spending $30 tipping the bands the whole time, I mean that's $30 less that I'm spending at your bar.
Yeah.
So you can have them drop the 20 in the till. They feel like they've done right by all the bands there,
Right.
which is always what I feel like. I feel pressure to do right because a ton of them have been on our show. A ton of them are great. We love all of you.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
They
always want
have
to try to tip and
a
make it to every
perspective.
show, which is impossible.
That's
Impossible.
my problem.
But when you're there, you try to do everything that you can.
Yeah.
And on some of the shows, I think it would, there is a precedence for, we can just do 20 and get it over with. In no way, shape, or form should we change the fucking what we're doing at Kirby's.
That's fundamental.
Right.
Yeah,
What we
yeah,
don't
no way,
want-
shape, or form. Is that what I'm getting?
Well,
That's
it's
not
also
what I'm
like
getting
the
at.
community wouldn't like that either. We get
Well,
so much
because the
pressure.
community is what makes it great there.
No,
I
yeah,
will
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you this:
Yeah.
with our different
Which we love.
spaces, I am open and have tried to implement the patio. Let's say,
Yeah.
let's say you just want to hang out
I
at
like
a cool
that.
dive bar,
I like that.
but we can put a door guy on the patio.
Yeah,
if you
right
want
at
to
the
be part
gate.
of that
Yeah,
show,
you have that.
you pay
Right, yeah.
$5-10. You still have the access to the main space. You still got the vibe. We'll even pump the music in there. You can hear it. It'll sound great. You can go play pinball, do whatever. But if you want to be up close to the band and you want to be at that experience, then I'm
You
open
can
to
do that,
Like
too.
there's some avenues we
There
can
is, there
another
is.
avenue, and I'll just finish this talk about the shirt shows.
Yeah, there you go.
So we have old band shirts. I'm an addict when it comes to buying merch and shirts that I do not need.
None of us need
That.
it. We're just trying to support your fucking group.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And we all have a ton of shirts.
Dude, I
No,
bought
love
shirts
it.
that I
I
don't
love it.
fit.
I love it.
I know.
we take-
Those are
Very
your-
rarely do they have 4X and 5X
Bring
shirts.
those. I want
Yeah.
those.
So
I
this
can
is-
sell
want
them.
I want them too. Though.
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
that money, I decided. My
Proof that I
wife,
was there.
True,
I had about 300 shirts
Sure,
that I
sure.
just didn't wear. I mean, for whatever
Dude,
reason.
I got some shit like that.
Oh, man.
So
Great.
what I did is we put this two walls. It's all shirts,
And the
all
flip
band
side.
shirts. $5. You can buy any shirt. You can just take it off and you put $5.
Oh, dude, the
in
public probably doesn't know much about that.
And you
I'm
put
telling you
$5
now.
I'll donate. I got a couple
I'm
shirts I'll
about to
donate.
rape
to that.
you,
I got a
People
couple
are
shirts.
starting to donate.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a couple shirts I'll
We
donate. to that.
raised just off
I
my
will knock
shirt.
that out.
Yeah, I don't want nothing for. I got a couple shirts I can donate
We
to.
got
I will knock that
We've
out.
got rid
Dude,
of
I
about
got like
100
some.
of mine.
I've got like some corn
I'm about
shirts
to come
bought
there
at
with
the
the
concert.
$200
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Like
please.
I've got some crazy.
Those will
shit.
go for $5. You know what that money
I got
goes
some
to?
old Nine Inch Nails concert shirts.
It goes
and shit.
to the next shirt show.
Yeah, that we use to get a bigger band and pay them so we can have a bigger show. And
We
you know
did
what I mean?
our first shirt
And put
show
people in front of them that we want
with
to,
pretend friends.
Well, we use that paid opportunity to promote people that we know deserve a platform.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Wayne
Well, that's
played,
what's
Joey
well, that's what's
played.
great
Yeah,
about
exactly.
That's
Brand
really
played.
what Kirby's is. I mean, that's kind of Kirby's motto, in my opinion. Like we get enough regional shit to like help promote the local stuff too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is a mechanism
That's
that we
also-
can and get. You know what the happiest accent? Oh,
No, we're on our way out.
Nah, shit.
Uh-huh.
Where
Is
are
there
we
a
at,
time
John?
limit?
Where are we at, John?
I don't know.
John, did you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I had to pick the mic up.
Did you have to do shit?
It's
Did you
like
have shit
Houston.
to-
We had
Houston,
about
are you there?
55 minutes.
Where are we at?
55.
55
we're
minutes,
good.
Houston.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
plenty of time.
So we're We're getting to the
So
end.
I'll just finish the shirt show
You
concept.
got plenty of time, bro. Don't worry about it.
So
He just wants a cigarette.
I know he does. We can take you want to take a quick break?
Go ahead. Finish the shirt.
Finish the shirt show
Okay,
part.
all right.
Finish the shirt show part. I won't
So
forget.
essentially, we're just taking money from the community, their shirts that they don't want to wear,
That they
that they're in the
donate.
back of the damn, like yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're taking that $5 or more. You can donate $10. Put it in the bucket. We take all that money and then we schedule a next shirt show. And you know what the best part about this is? Well, to get into the shirt show, you have to donate a shirt. Or
Or pay $10 or $5.
I get
pay $5.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the happy accident was our first shirt show.
How many shirts did you get that were like, this is a cool shirt, I'm putting this in my pocket?
My wife says that. Any small.
yeah.
She hates all my shirts, but she takes all the freaking cool ones.
I mean, you're like, oh, this was, I don't know about this one. I got to this might be mine.
Exactly. So that was a happy accident, and it did show me that we can do covers in a creative way.
Well, that's a really fun way. And I think that's really what your bar works for. Your bar has been, that bar has been on the cutting edge of helping get people seen in this town for the whole entire time.
It's all about community. I mean,
yeah.
we accept all types of music and everybody that's and that's why people that can play beyond that bar. At any time they make money, come back to that bar because they have their roots there, and
Well, it's really fun. I mean, we
everybody's
were just like what happened. What we were talking about is Steve come to us with this idea. He reached out to you guys, and you guys are like, "Fuck yeah, let's fucking do a roast show."
I love
Fuck
Steve.
yeah,
But we have
a
to
fucking
do-
roast show.
He
And he
has his birthday at our place.
and he has a fucking concept. He has an idea.
No, he has a proven thing.
Yeah, he has
He's
a
a
thing.
talented fucking guy.
Yeah, he's a fun fucking guy, and he has a
Proven
concept.
thing.
And I love that you guys, especially since I've dealt with Kirby's as far as being more tied into the music industry since we started doing this show and working with Aaron more. I love, before I even got to meet you, I love that you guys say yes.
Of course.
That's what I
Say
would.
The date's
yes,
open.
please.
We'll try anything.
That's what I would say about Kirby's.
Drunken Spelling Bee?
Drunken Spelling Bee. Shout out to Courtney Nance and her
it
fucking
was awesome.
drunken.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to her and that. Kirby says yes. That's what I love about you guys.
For sure.
And even listening to what I wanted to bring up about we could do some shows where we do door covers. You're already doing that shit, and you're always open to new shit. I love that about your fucking.
I mean, what we did find out through, the struggles that we've had, that everybody experienced, all business owners and all COVID and things like that. And Paul, our longtime bar, he always says, this isn't a museum, it's a bar. And, sometimes we do have to have that perspective. So,
at the very end of the day, it is a bar, too. Yeah. It's
kind of a museum, and everybody's like,
he's got nuggets of
wow.
wisdom.
I mean, there's stickers in that place that have, I don't know how they're still sticking to the wall.
Right.
Dude, I have posters
Old
behind
nicotine.
other posters.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
One of these days, we're going to.
I've hung over 50 stickers in that bar.
And
Because people hand me stickers, I'm a tall fucker.
I played
They're like,
no
"Can you put
fill
that sticker up?"
back
I'm
in the
like,
day.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
got a picture of the band?
I do want to just mention this because, part of this, this whole concept of let's just get more community involvement. That's what we're all about. What we're trying to do too. Trapper does most of our booking.
He's awesome, man.
He's awesome.
He's
and
awesome.
I do.
So
he's
reach
done
out to
a
Trapper
great
a
job.
ton, blow his phone up for the audience.
Yes, blow
People
him
blow my
up.
phone up anyways.
Yeah,
But
you should.
Please do.
Yeah,
if you
please
want
do.
to take the work off of Trapper and do it yourself and book a night, let's do it.
That's what's nice about Steven. He's got here's this thing
got
I
an
got.
idea?
I got an idea for you guys. Just let me have a space and we'll
Give you
We'll
Hey,
give you
facilitate
$50.
with
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
We'll give you
done.
$50. Do art.
Yeah.
We'll probably promote it and push it through Facebook.
Totally.
And
Exactly.
boost it
And he
all
was
that
smart enough
stuff.
to reach out to us, and we're all going to do this together. It's going to be a fun thing between Kirby's and the Aaron and Austin
That should be
show,
killer.
and your band sucks.
What
I
I've
mean, it's gonna be a
found
fucking
is
blast.
those
That's
type
awesome.
of
Yeah, your band sucks, man.
those community shows that maybe we don't have nothing to do with are some of the best.
Some of the best ones.
That's
just come out of nowhere.
that's why I wanted to get you guys in here, and hopefully we can get married with the same type of thing. We can shoot some of these podcast shows over to you guys, shoot some of these shows over to you guys.
we're already doing it. We're going to get more
back
of
and
it.
forth.
Exactly.
For sure.
I mean,
We're
all of the great entities and venues and collaboratives working together in this town does nothing but help us all.
Yeah. Well, because we're on the same scene. Like I said, when we're looking at people talk about Wichita, or they talk about the Midwest, or they especially talk about Kansas. People look at us, they're we're like a C market or something like that. So why bother? But if we could sit there and show these people, this is the effort that we put into our scene for our people. You should come out here and check it out because we can present this to you and benefit you. We have a market here. You know what I mean?
We have
Yeah,
avenues.
We
The
do.
tide raises all ships. You know what I mean?
Same,
We're all
same
fans.
thing we always say.
can do things.
You say our
exactly.
motto. The motto of this studio is always be
We do
raising
things.
tides, raises all ships.
Yeah.
So we all get to go this together, and if you're smart enough, we all tie our fucking boats together and have a goddamn great time as this fucking ship rises.
We're on the
That's what
same
we do
scene.
at Beaver Lake.
I mean, we're trying to bring everybody in, and I love that you guys have always been on board. And shout out to Kirby's, you guys were an early sponsor of the Aaron and Austin show.
For sure.
We really apprecited that.
Can I get a big fist bump before we play the outro?
Yeah. So check out. So before we get the outro in,
Love you guys.
make sure to pimp everything. Your guys' stuff. Tell them where they can get merch. Tell them where they can where they can book.
Kirby's.
Tell them where everything. I mean, most people know where it's at, but give a rundown of all of your. Find my social media here and all that shit.
All right. Well, I mean, it's the standard Facebook. You know, we're
Instagram.
really about to hit 10,000, so I don't know how big a deal that is.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
big deal. Big deal.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Nice.
let's get to 10,000. We're at 9.
Help them push for that. Help them push for that, guys. And
Yeah.
like our show too. We'd love to get to 10,000.
Hell yeah, I like these
We have a
guys.
YouTube channel.
We have, check out the 70 or so videos from the local bands, and I apologize in advance for the early ones.
We're
but
regional.
We're on the YouTube, Kirby's
Let's go.
YouTube.
So
There's hella
is it
music.
called Kirby's Beer Store YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
Yeah.
So can we
At
find it from the
Kirby's.
Facebook page?
I got
Yeah,
it.
we got like 300.
And we'll tag it. John, thank you for. I know you're trying to
Thank
chime
you.
in right
We'd
now.
love to get
We'll tag it in the
1,000.
description.
If we can get to 1,000, and
On
this might-
YouTube,
if
thank
we
you.
could
We're
do
trying to do
that,
the same.
We could stream live. I believe
Yeah,
it's the
through
number.
YouTube, yeah.
Well, we
Back
can already
when-
stream live, but they temper the fuck out of it. And when most people, content creators, know this: if you can get past 1,000 fucking subscribers on YouTube, a bunch of doors open for you.
Okay,
With that
so
platform, like you get.
we need your help to do that.
Yeah, we're trying to get there
Both of
too.
us.
Trying to
We're
work
trying
it
to
out.
get there. Let's help each other.
Yeah.
I'm already subscribed.
Yeah, so
I've already
we've
subscribed.
grown by about 300. We have literally done 300 subscribers a year at a pretty steady pace. So I'm hoping to keep at that, and we'll get there to that 1,000
Nice.
here at the
Yeah,
end of
yeah,
next year. Because that 1,000 opens out.
Yeah.
It opens monetary things for content creators, but fuck that, it really opens algorithms for you.
Yes.
Like you get entered into like. When people are thumbing through fucking TikTok and shit, like that shit will
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah, like
So-
and then that'd be great for bands regionally and locally
so
and
that's,
everything.
So
I
that
mean,
would be great for
That's
us.
what we have to
and
do,
what,
man.
and where we win and what I've
That's
seen
what we
that's
have
win.
to do.
And I'll tell
Exactly.
you as a person
There's
that's,
only one way
that's
we're gonna do
filming
it.
video at Kirby's.
There's only one way it can be done.
So what I have learned just in my dumb
it's gonna get
of
done.
holding the phone,
We'll do
if
it.
you do a straight on shot of the band, just straight on shot of the band,
No other choice.
or you do even at Kirby's, if you like went over and crowded into that fucking pinball machine and done a side shot, like you're looking at it from the side view,
Could be done
you
it.
instantly get like 600 more fucking views.
No, that's crazy.
Okay.
The straight on view for some reason is what everybody gets. But if they feel like they're getting like a
Unique.
a unique
Yeah.
side view from someone
gotcha.
backstage or whatever, you
Yeah.
get, I've watched my algorithm. Like I do I literally tested it this week. I was out. Shout out to I went to McPherson to watch Collective Unconscious and Time and Space.
Man, yeah, I've heard Time and Space.
Yeah.
It
I'll
looked
tell you
really
right
cool.
now.
I saw
I'll
videos.
tell you right now.
Great
Time and
band.
Space is
Collective Unconscious is really good.
Collective
Great band.
Unconscious
I
as a
love
hip hop. I love.
I saw your
telling him to-
sideways.
Shout out to the Cookies.
Video.
That's why I did that.
I saw that.
That's why you saw it, because I shot the sideways. I shot 3 front ones. You ain't seen none of those, have you?
No, I did not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking
So I was like,
exactly.
that seems like a
Algorithms.
really low
It
ceiling.
was. We were at American Legion building in McPherson.
Yeah.
So it's and this and that's what I love about Kirby's is the ceiling's not low. Because if that ceiling was low, it'd be terrible.
It's 9 feet.
Yeah.
9, almost.
But like
Be wicked.
but something about like a cafeteria type ceiling makes you feel like it's not right. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So some venues have to deal with that. Of like if you've ever been in the annex room of the Temple Live, it's a fucking shit venue.
right.
And that's why they moved into that blue room, because the annex room did not sell a fucking ticket. That's
Yeah.
what they know that why they
It was
moved
horrible.
in. They had
It was
fucked
horrible.
up the floor in the main room and could barely be in there. And now they moved their other their half shows into the blue room because that room, the annex room, looked like a cafeteria and nobody would come. You could do the same shows in that blue room, and
The sound was good.
yeah, the sound was fine.
big
I'm not gonna lie,
speakers.
Temple Live has got great
You
equipment.
gotta
Yeah.
use a tile here.
Well,
Also
and they
chain,
fucked up.
though.
They fucked up for half a year, and I'm gonna tell them right to their face. They were charging $8 a fucking bottle of water in that joint.
That sucks.
So come on, now you ain't gonna get nobody in there. I can't even get the fucking sober community in there because you're charging me $8 for a water. What is a fucking drink gonna cost?
Let's,
I don't even want to ask.
Yeah.
Let's.
I think we're on something though.
So let's
Drop
end on
the
this
theme
before.
song.
Let's end
Drop
on
the
this
theme
before.
song.
Hey,
We're
but
talking
about-
make sure
Thanks
that
a
you
lot,
check out everything Kirby's.
Yeah.
Get with their go through the Facebook page. It seems like
Yep.
the best place, and we can go anywhere from there.
Get us to 10,000.
Kirby'sBeerStore.com.
Yeah,
Let's
we wanted
do
to.
that. Let's go.
Booking
We
at
wanted to.
Kirby's
Hey,
Beer
thank
Store.
Trapper, Ryan. Thank you guys so much for doing
Theme
this.
song, yeah.
Yeah, hit us.
The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Media, PK Pest Management, Sacred Leaf, JEllis Kitchen, Wichita by EV, and Diaper Jam.